Welcome to Mystic Moons. This is a reading for the Pisces, the Piscean collective. Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising. Maybe Pisces, you have multiple houses or planets in Pisces. Maybe you could also have your signature sign in Pisces. Maybe the zodiac degree of your chart, your houses or your planets could be in Pisces, and you feel that quite strongly. Pisces, many different ways to get Piscean energy, to feel Piscean energy. Maybe you have just a few placements, Pisces, and those placements are very prominent in your chart. Anyway, Pisces, let's go and see what is in your energy. Pisces, if you do appreciate my time, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, Pisces. I feel like something dropped, Pisces. Pisces, if you have any comments, do feel free to share. If you have anything off topic, I do ask that you wait until the live is over. I don't really watch the comments to focus on the message. What is she chewing on? Sniffing. My cat is here sniffing all of my plants like it's a garden of things to smell. These are all my cuttings over here. Okay, come on. It's like my cutting nursery. She says, I can help you make cuttings. I know. She can separate stems quite well. Pisces, shall we get into your reading? But I do think I'm going to move this little girl. Okay, come on. What are you sniffing so much? Come on. Of course, she looks very, very cute. Come on. She must want me to play with her. Well, Pisces, I do just want to get a little reading out. Let's see what we have over here. A message for Pisces. Oh, thank you for the like. Pisces. A little lucky cat nose power. Eight of Wands, Pisces, with Nine of Swords. The next steps you make, Pisces, are critical. You could find yourself questioning, Pisces, the choices that you've made before. Of course, I do think, Pisces, if you allow moments like that to come up, surely, Pisces, you see the fact that it already happened in the past, Pisces. Not really much you can change about it, Pisces. We do have some strong Sagittarius energy here, Pisces. Also in this energy, what we have here, the next steps are critical, but it's also important, Pisces, not to lose what it is you've gained, not to lose the momentum of what you've worked for, how to properly utilize, how to properly evolve the effort that you've done thus far to the next level. Especially too, Pisces, the value is there, but how it is expressed, how it is developed, how it is refined. That's the question here, Pisces. Anyway, I have movement coming for you. I do have critical next steps, Pisces. Discernment is important in this energy, Pisces. So I have 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, I have a Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I do read my queens as cardinals, so we have some Capricorn energy coming up here, Pisces. We could also be talking Pisces, especially with that Sagittarius energy now going into Capricorn. This could also be asking you, Pisces, to evaluate the plans that you've made towards the end of the year, beginning of this year. How to go forward, Pisces, with your original plans, Pisces, that you've worked so hard for up to now, Pisces. You've invested so much up to now, Pisces. You have a lot of valuable things, Pisces. You yourself and what you can do, your abilities. Don't chew that, little girl. She's like, come on. Why don't you just go down? You sampled enough. You yourself, Pisces, in this energy, you have very strong assets. And Pisces, in this energy, it's both what you accumulated and what you can create. And it's not necessarily, Pisces, in that timeline or in that pile of the ideation yet to come, Pisces, the effort that you have built out so far, Pisces, that they are separated. They're all interrelated and they both nourish each other. Pisces, both your ideas and whatever you have gained thus far in terms of your life work, your profession, the direction in which you choose to move forward on your life. You've gained some good skills there, Pisces. You have, how to say this? You have value to go and share. Let's go and see some more here, Pisces. That card flew out. Star really wanted to come out, didn't it? Quiet. I know. My cat goes meow. My other cat goes meow. Pisces, that star wanted to fly out. I guess we're just going to keep it. That 10 of Wands pops up again. All right, Pisces. The message I have for you right now. Things are moving fast, Pisces. Things are not necessarily going to wait, Pisces, for you to, well, really feel things out. I do think in this energy, Pisces, offers are going to be coming to you. And these offers, Pisces, decisions that you have to make, you are kind of constrained by the overall time. Not necessarily something, Pisces, you can take your time on deciding what to do, Pisces, because the opportunities will come and go. And Pisces, there's more than one opportunity here. They do feel rather, I don't want to use the word karmic, but it does feel like pathways, Pisces. There are pathways that when you start choosing one or when you choose not to entertain a certain option, Pisces, that becomes closed off, and there are other opportunities open to you. Pisces, one thing I will say in this energy, definitely make sure you continue in the continuity that you have been working towards and planning so far. You know, Pisces, what has been your overall goals that you have worked for over the long term to accomplish? Thank you for the like. Because, Pisces, this is really what should be your North Star, which you shouldn't allow yourself to be distracted from. Because I feel, Pisces, some of these opportunities, some of these segues that are going to become open to you, Pisces, is going to offer to take you off into another direction, a new direction. And Pisces, not necessarily saying that that direction is bad. It isn't. Pisces is just simply a choice of orange and bananas. And let's say, Pisces, you like both oranges and bananas and you're not allergic to either, right? But it's just simply, or we could just say like, assuming you like both, we could say pine trees, Pisces, and the ocean. You know, both have their benefits, Pisces, both have their beauty, Pisces. You can't necessarily have a pine tree in an ocean, right? You have to choose. What else do I want to say about this energy, Pisces? Yes. So, you know, again, not saying that necessarily the new choices are not good. I'm not saying that. I'm not necessarily saying any choice is bad, any choice is good. But what I am saying, Pisces, is you have developed and worked and really at the precipice, Pisces, to start seeing some real rewards from what you have invested in and in the direction that you're in. Don't give up now, Pisces. A breakthrough is coming up for you, provided you continue towards the same thing in the same vein. Think about your overall goal of what you want to have happen, your overall tools of how you plan to or how you have been planning to create that, and continue to go forward on that, Pisces. Is there anything more I want to say before I build this out a little bit more? No, just changes are coming for you, Pisces, quickly. The market, the world is changing, Pisces. Pisces, in this energy, you should go with your feelings and your guts, but also, too, Pisces, make sure to honor what you've already invested in before. And Pisces, too, please make sure that what you have worked on, what you have earned, what you have learned, Pisces, please make sure you don't diminish that. Because, Pisces, to get to where you are right now, to gain, Pisces, what you've gained right now is no small feat. Make sure you don't discount that, Pisces, with the offers that are coming your way, including the new offers that are coming your way. Let's go and take a little deeper peek. What should we clarify first, Pisces? I don't really think I'm going to clarify star. Energy's coming up here so far, Pisces, really strong Capricorn. I did mention that we have a strong Sagittarius energy. That still hasn't changed. We have some Aquarius energy coming in here as well. Pisces, I would say if you have Capricorn placements, your Capricorn placements are like your wealth reserves, Pisces. Think about it. If you have that in your natal chart and how it's aspected, what it is. And Pisces, if you have Sagittarius placements, Sagittarius, Pisces, if you have Sagittarius placements, those placements in your natal chart, I'm going to say, are the avenues open to you, or how avenues open to you, how changes can evolve for you, how things can evolve. Almost you can think about it, although Uranus is a planetary energy ruled by Aquarius. In this energy for you, Pisces, you can almost think of your Sagittarius placements being like the unexpected happenings that are offered to you precisely, Pisces, because of the work that you've invested. Even if that work invested, Pisces, is nothing more than dreams, a long-held dream, in addition to could be built out by some very hard work. Hello, everybody. So let's see. Pisces, let's go and check out Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. She gets a 7 of Cups. Justice. 6 of Cups. I guess I put star over here. And I have my little cat going hello again. Okay. Come on. You can come back here when I'm done. Come on, little girl. Actually, you know what? Wait a second, Pisces. I'm going to get some cat treats. You can have it up here. And you can have a cookie. And you can have a cookie. The one thing about handing out anything, any treats, any food, even if I just want to do it for one, I have to do it to all 4 to be fair. You know, they count. Like, how come she got some and I didn't? Okay, move. So, Pisces, we have a Queen of Pentacles with a 7 of Cups, Justice, and a 6 of Cups. Some Scorpio energy coming out here. Definitely. Pisces, this queen is a queen who is strong precisely because of past experiences, the past experiences gained, the knowledge gained, the understanding of the human condition, also too to go and see how ideas can be carried out in this energy, Pisces, how these ideas can be received, Pisces, by others. Pisces, this Queen of Pentacles is a queen who understands, I almost want to say the human condition, but I mean the human condition in terms of partnerships, those who pursue their ideas, those who don't, also to those who can dream but won't do, those who can aid. I mean, you can see right away through this knowledge, Pisces, exactly who is serious and who isn't. And each additional meeting point, Pisces, with different types of people, different types of situations, allows you to expand this repertoire even more, Pisces. into who is legitimate and who isn't, and who is worth your time and who isn't, who is worth sharing ideas with, Pisces, and who isn't, who is worth caring for and building with and who isn't. Valuable knowledge there, Pisces. Of course, Empress, full four of swords energy in this, Pisces. Lots of avenues open to you, Pisces. Take your time before you jump. In this energy, one would say, before you align your resources, before you align yourself with others, Pisces. In this energy, as I said, Pisces, do not discount what you have earned, what you have learned, your perception and your knowledge. Thus far, Pisces. Pisces, those are precisely the ingredients, the gift, Pisces, to building out the next phase of success. Oops, those cards fell out. Too many for that. So Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, we have a 7. So we do have some 7s that are building up here, but I'll call it some of the trends that I see, Pisces, as we, once I get done. Quiet you. Shh. That's my Siamese talking to me. So that Ace of Pentacles is clarified by Hierophant, 7 of Wands, Page of Wands. Well, first of all, Pisces, in this energy, opportunities that come your way, Pisces, aren't necessarily easy to disengage from. Perhaps easier to start than to disengage from. Take your time, Pisces. I know it's a little contradictory with the energy here saying you have to choose. But in this energy, Pisces, 7 of Wands with a Hierophant. Definitely review as much as you can, Pisces, before you commit yourself to something, because in this energy, definitely a lot easier to initiate, get started, than it is to separate. For whatever reason, Pisces, maybe it could be just that your routine and the lifestyle that you establish after a period of time, Pisces, could be difficult, especially we all know how the how our economy is shaping up between AI continuing to go and change the job force market, supply chain issues, inflation, and so forth, Pisces. I don't know what quite the sticking points can be, Pisces, but I do see that whatever comes your way, it has a tendency, Pisces, whatever you choose to accept, whatever you choose to involve yourself in. It's something that's going to be with you for a little bit of time. Definitely harder to disengage from. Again, it's not necessarily a bad thing or a warning. It's just something to go and keep in mind. When you make your exit, Pisces, you're going to have to be a little careful about how you do so. Pisces, energy is coming up here. I have some Taurus. I have some Leo. I do have some 7 energies popping up here, even with the star being 17. And if we think about that, 1 and 7 can go out to 8. But 8s in this energy, Pisces, 8s are, well, they're destiny numbers. You can say that. But sevens, Pisces, are the fluctuation, the dissatisfaction with a current situation, Pisces, to inspire creating a change. That's what's interesting about sevens. That's also interesting if we think about the star in that terms here together with the sevens. I hear you, Chi Chi. So, what was I going to say about Seven of Wands with Seven of Cups? Oh, well, I guess I could say one thing, Pisces. This is saying not necessarily, you know, sometimes Pisces people say, you know, pay attention to reality. Don't be lured by promises or illusions or things of that nature. But in this energy, Pisces, you know, everything starts with a vision. And everything starts with a dream. And how strongly, how steadfastly, Pisces, you hold on to the vision of how you want things to be. That's what's important in this energy. You need to have a vision, Pisces. If what you're looking at, Pisces, in front of your reality is dissatisfactory, Pisces, you need to go and definitely see how things could be better, envision how things could be better, and insist upon those things being better. So this is also a nod here in the seven energies going off to 8 about honoring and developing, continuing to develop your vision, Pisces, of how things need to be. Now, Pisces, let's go and check out Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Chi Chi went quiet, I hear. So, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords gets a Two of Pentacles, some more Capricorn energy coming in. 10 of Cups. Knight of Cups, strong Pentacles. Discernment with your resources, discernment with your time, Pisces. Be very prudent about your time, who you share your ideas with, Pisces, who you share your vision with, Pisces. Make sure, Pisces, that you align yourself with people who have I'm just going to say the tools, Pisces, to build out what you want to see, Pisces. Pisces, in this energy, this is asking you to ensure that with the opportunities that come your way, don't necessarily, Pisces, say, well, I mean, we already spoke about vision, right? Like you need to have a vision to happen. Pisces, that's for you. To keep that idea up there, that Neptunian vision. But Pisces, as you go and see the people around you, the resources around you, the opportunities around you, Pisces, do make sure that the situations you open yourself up for, and the situations in which you give time to, Pisces, make sure they have the elements that you seek, your overall North Star, there. Pisces, this isn't necessarily the energy of building out together. At least right now, Pisces, the energy is not building out together. Pisces, this is asking you to choose people who already have their act together. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily, Pisces, have to be the entire act, but it has to be a pretty good portion, Pisces. You are not there, Pisces, to be the supplier for whatever they need to get done. Oh, I'd be great if I just had 5% more of this. Pisces, you're not there to provide the 5% for someone to be at 100%, and therefore you both progress all together. Pisces, and this is like individual. I don't care if we're talking about work in this energy, Pisces. I don't care if we're talking about family in this energy, Pisces. I don't care if we're talking about love, right? This is life, but this is an overall reading for the circumstances and the environments and the people in your life, Pisces. They need to have whatever it is to you, Pisces, that you seek to build. They need to have 100% of that there. So make sure you ensure that, Pisces. All Pentacles, okay? We have a strong emphasis on making sure those tangible resources are there. Pisces, think about it this way. You bring the vision. You have the vision. Go out and create it, Pisces. All those elements, all the paints of the colors out there, Pisces, is there. Make sure you create your palette from the appropriate colors and apply it to the appropriate surface. Pisces, you don't need to build together. You need, Pisces, to select and utilize in this energy. So Pisces, we do have significant, I'm going to say, as energies, significant Capricorn. We have then some Sagittarius energy. Trying to see if there's a third. Oh, third would be Scorpio, no doubt. And numbers, I definitely would consider sevens to be relevant here. And perhaps twos. Sevens and twos. And think about that too, Pisces. Twos refer to partnership planning. Also to getting momentum and movement towards, initial starts. And sevens, as I said before, the connotations of that, we're talking about, it's very kinetic energy. It's energy in which you are evolving, finding your place, reestablishing yourself and your position in it, because Pisces, you can do better. You need to do better. You're asked to do better. That's the kinetic energy of a seven. You're upgrading. A little, not exactly easy to do, or should we say comfortable to do, but necessary for the next steps of success, going back into 8. Energies that are minor energies after that, Pisces, I have some Aquarius, Libra, Leo, Taurus. Taurus is actually, I'd say, a third energy. Taurus would be a third, definitely. And then some Virgo. Anyway, Pisces, if you appreciate my time, do let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And Pisces, do consider, if you'd like, to go and send a little bit of love my way. Tips are always appreciated, Pisces. Pisces, if you'd like to go and also support Mystic Moons in another way, consider becoming a member for $10. There are benefits, Pisces. And if you'd like to go and check out the other messages, Pisces, do feel free. Anyway, thank you for the like so far. Thank you. And I see I have some comments. Hello, Michael. Hello, Rosa. Hello, Miranda. Cancer. You know, I actually got a request and someone sent in a donation too to do Cancerian love readings. The last one I did was last year. It's they're rather long, which is why I don't do it that often. But I will be doing a Cancerian love reading. It's like a general reading, and then I do a 12-sign zodiac breakdown. So you can keep an eye out for that. I'll probably do that within the next 2 weeks. And there's a Cancerian reading, a general reading I did. I think I did it maybe a week or 2 ago. But I still have other signs to do. I think I have Aries, I have Leo, I have Aquarius. And that could be it. Then I'd be all caught up and I'd do the 12 all over again. But definitely keep your eye out for that. Pisces birthday. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Yes, there will also be, I think I did, I have a member who's a Pisces, so there's a little bit more of Pisces content with astrological notes. There will be, I think, an astrological note for Pisces released to the public later today. I think so. But yes, welcome, welcome. All right, well, thank you, everyone. I'm going to go off and start my day. That's what my cat says. He goes, meow, meow. Complain, complain. You're talking to this wall and to this phone when I am cute and fuzzy and I have a big mouth. So it's time I go and he says, go and pay attention to him. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I'll be leaving this up for a little bit. Bye-bye.